I could blame Wojo and Bogey were throwing Roberto anchovies all afternoon, and he was eating them like a trained walrus. Name withheld by request. What does that mean?
Roberto said Paul from Shelby.
Roberto had a premature celebration every night, not just last night. I blame the NBA for scheduling for KD's injury. The playoff should have been done weeks ago. And finally, Roberto, deny, never admit to anything. Always leave them with doubt. We go to Gerald, who is up next, 97.1. What's up, Gerald?
Hey, Mike.
Talk to me.
Hey, I think it's on Kerr's decision, man. I don't think that he should have had KD bringing the ball down court or at half court with that resistance on him, because he had a pretty big guy that was guarding him the last two times he brought that ball down court. And that, or at half court, that resistance trying to make moves is what did it. I feel that he would have restricted the minutes like the young man said, and then put him in positions to come off a pick to get the ball to shoot, then I don't think that would have happened.
Gerald, I thought playing him the amount of minutes they played him in the first quarter, 12 total before he got hurt, I thought it was irresponsible. I think you could absolutely blame Steve Kerr. The problem is Steve Kerr is one of the nicest people on the planet. Steve Kerr is a former player. Steve Kerr is a former, he's a coach now. He's been in a front office. Hell, I think he's a broadcaster. Like, Steve Kerr is not the guy who's that taskmaster, old school, tough it out. I think he cares about his players deeply. It was bizarre to me that KD played the amount of minutes he played early on.
I don't know. It's almost like this was thrown at Kerr at the last minute, like he really didn't know what to do, because it's just evident a person coming up off an injury like that can't go the way he was going, especially with the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
the ball in his hand, Mike.
Gerald, that's why we're talking about it. This is one of those deals where there's 18 different directions you can go, and ultimately you as a human being could say no one's to blame, bleep happens. That Kevin Durant could have easily hurt himself and torn his Achilles the way many of our listeners have. Non-contact. Nothing. Like I said, I know somebody who blew their Achilles out shooting a jump shot. That's it. I mean, it happens. Yes, David.
What you're saying about Kerr is why you blame KD, because Kerr is a player's coach. He understands what the players are going through, and he's only listening to the Warriors medical staff. If that medical staff says yes, KD's a go, he's a full go. He can do any and everything on the court. He's listening to the medical staff. KD has to be blamed because I didn't see or read one report saying that he had his own medical team looking at him until today, where he's going to New York to look at his Achilles and get a second opinion or whatever. What happened to that during the series? Why did I hear about a second opinion before now? That's KD's fault.
No, well, and again,
I didn't see a report. That's what I'm saying. I didn't read a report on that.
We will never know what he did and did not do in the time off. I'm making the point that if he didn't do it, that is on. Because you know where he is today. He ain't with Warriors doctors. He's in New York. But we don't know it for a fact. I agree with Sully. Let's go to Terrell, 97.1. What's up, Terrell?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Talk to me.
I got two points. The longer you guys talk about this, the more I'm like, I don't know where the hell to go with that.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
At first, I was 100% with you. Like, I can appreciate him coming in, helping the team. Obviously, it's a critical game. But then when Hatchet said that, I'm like, yeah, I can't dismiss that either. He has a point. And then you said the whole Steve Kerr thing. I'm like, I'm at this point, I'm throwing my hands up. Like, nope, I don't know. Maybe it's the medical staff who sounds like they're led by, what's his name, James Woods from Any Given Sunday. I don't know. At this point, I'm like, just throw something against the wall.
Yeah, you're toast. You could go 80. Well, again, I mean, Terrell, we're talking through all of it. All right, let me ask you this, because it's become a hot button issue. What do you make of the Bob Myers audio?
Honestly, I kind of feel bad. I'm kind of with your dad on this one. I'm not. I know I don't feel good for saying it, but I don't buy into it.
Okay, no,
I
that's
really
okay.
don't.
Hey, just because I had an initial reaction to it doesn't mean I'm right. I
I hear you.
mean, what he was saying struck me as so paranoid and so odd that it goes beyond, man, I'm just heartbroken for Kevin. This is awful. He didn't do that. What a world. You're looking for someone to blame. Blame me. I love Kevin Durant. He's misunderstood. You're like, wait, why is this guy going here? Why are you doing this?
Yeah, see, that just made me question, is there something else we don't know?
Well, that's where you enter Bob Myers into the discussion, Terrell. That's the point. 248-539-9797. Something took place last night. It's affected all of us men in sports. I'm going to explain it to you next. 97.1.
Today is Tubby's Tuesday. Buy any large sub and get 50% off the second sub. Yes, today, buy any large Tubby sub and get 50% off the second sub. It's Tubby's Tuesday. Now that's special. Tubby's Sub Shops offers catering packages for your office parties and special events. Enjoy monster party subs, party platters, salads, wings, cookies, and more. Let Tubby's cater your next party so you can have more fun. Click on Tubbies.com for all the details.
As most of us have found out the hard way, getting into debt is easy. Getting out is hard, especially if your FICO score isn't great. Thankfully, now there's Upstart.com, the revolutionary lending platform that knows you're more than just your credit score and offers you smarter interest rates to help you pay off high-interest credit card debt. Upstart goes beyond the traditional FICO score when assessing your credit worthiness. They reward you based on your education and job history with a smarter interest rate. Upstart makes it fast and easy to check your rate in just a few minutes without affecting your credit score. Once the loan is approved, most people get their funds the very next business day. Over 200,000 people have used Upstart to pay off credit cards, student loans, fund their wedding, or to make a large purchase. Free yourself from the burden of high-interest credit card debt and hurry to upstart.com/gator to find out how low your Upstart rate is. Checking your rate only takes a few minutes at upstart.com/gator.
Killian has spent like Dodge and Warren has 2 for $222. 2 2019 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn 4-wheel drives for just $222 per month on True Sign and Drive.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Michael Pura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable life insurance, call 877-734-2200.
The Army National Guard is committed to keeping the country safe and our community secure. Composed of hundreds of thousands of citizen soldiers from all walks of life, the Guard is always ready to respond to local or national emergencies. We protect the homeland. We're always there when called upon, and in every state and territory, we stand guard for our communities. To learn more, log on to nationalguard.com. Sponsored by the Michigan Army National Guard. Aired by the Michigan Association of Broadcasters and this station. 97.1. The Ticket is partnering with the Transportation Improvement Association to remind you to keep your eyes on the road and hands on the wheel. Together, we can save a life and prevent injuries. Go to 971theticket.com for more information. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. A radio.com sports station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. This is 97.1. The Ticket.
Brought to you by Power Home Solar. After taking the day off yesterday, Tigers are in action tonight. They're opening up a short 3-game series with the Royals from Kansas City. Detroit entered in the contest after going 2-4 on their 6-game homestand. Well, KC comes in after dropping 2 straight in 14 of their last 17. Spencer Turnbull will get the call tonight. Royals from Conor with Jacob Junis. You can hear it right here on the Ticket starting at 8:15. Tonight's an off night in the NBA and Stanley Cup Finals. Cup Finals coming to a close tomorrow, though. It's Game 7 between the Bruins and Blues from Boston. And St. Louis head coach Craig Berube was asked if he's disappointed they couldn't close it out in Game 6.
Listen, if you told me 4 months ago we were going to be in the finals in Game 7, I think I'd take it. We're going to do road team. We've won twice up there in this series, so we're a confident group.
In fact, the Blues 9-3 on the road in this year's playoffs. That includes back-to-back wins in Boston. NBA Finals don't won't resume until until Thursday. That series shifting back to Oakland for Game 6 between the Warriors and Raptors. Toronto up 3-2. And over the NFL, investigators have determined that Chiefs wide receiver Tyreek Hill's son suffered a broken arm on accident, but they do still believe a crime was committed against the boy, but cannot bring charges as of now, as both Hill and the boy's mother have admitted to spanking him with their hands and belt, leaving both bruises and welts. We'll take an update next from Ryan Woolley. For more, go to 971theticket.com. Michael! Give me a cup of coffee. Shoes. Come on. Are you kidding me? Oh, hey, casual shoes. Come on. Yeah, and I like casual shoes. Oh, hey, casual shoes. Come on. Are you kidding me?
Hour number 2, good to have you. We are playing the blame game. KD looks like he blew out his Achilles last night. It was fun. You can say no one. We've given you about 7 different options. Also, the Bob Myers audio, the president of basketball operations in Golden State, that has become a discussion point. So you are welcome to dial in on that. But I promised you this. Last night something happened. It's happened to all men, and all men in sports. A little bit of premature celebration. Well, that's right. Last night they were roping off the locker room. They had covered the cameras in plastic. There was the Larry O'Brien trophy. They were getting ready at 103.97 to crown the Toronto Raptors the champions of the National Basketball Association. And then 3 straight daggers as Golden State just wouldn't die. They had to take the plastic off the cameras, take the ropes down from the locker room. They had to wheel that beautiful, shiny gold basketball. I don't even know, do they have a case for it like the Stanley Cup? I know they don't have the creep with the white gloves to walk it around all over the place. Whatever. They put it back in a janitorial closet. It doesn't matter. But what is the worst case of premature celebration that you have partaken in? I mean, locally, let's face it, I know some of you were dancing around like cockroaches before...
Whoa, there's trouble with the snap!
Little premature celebration? No? Oh, you know it. So, I just want to know, what is your worst instance of premature celebration? You thought the game was won. You had it. You were pouring a drink, sending a text, or maybe worse, you sent the text. Super ratty about it. You were making that phone call. You turned the game off. Premature celebration. Only to get bitten in the ass. Because it didn't happen. I mean, it's happened to all of us. Face it. Last night, and again, I mean, it kind of happened to the St. Louis Blues, even though it's not their fault. I mean, the newspaper had like details of the parade. One problem: you didn't win Game 6. Now you're playing Game 7 in Boston. 248-539-9797. Premature celebration. Sully, do you have an example?
Yeah, I think everyone has an example for this one. My premature celebration. Let's go back to the year 2015, and this has since been coined the Miracle in Motown. Aaron Rodgers, Ford Field, Hail Mary, last chance, and Aaron Rodgers completes this ridiculous Hail Mary in the back of the end zone at Ford Field. I thought the Lions had won. I thought it was like, you know what, they're going to beat the Packers. It was, I think it was December 3rd was the game, and then Rodgers, sure enough, completed to Richard Rodgers, and that then got the infamous Caldwell. We were looking for that pass back and forth type of thing. I thought that the Lions really had that game won.
You're kind of looking for more of that pass back and forth kind of thing.
And it was come from behind victory. That the Packers did trailed to 20-0 in the second half. 20-0 the Lions are winning, and Green Bay comes back and wins on that stupid Hail Mary. I thought I was barely, still engaged and tuned into that game when it was 20-0. I thought the Lions had it. I thought they were just going to kind of cruise and be no problem. They were going to win. And then sure enough, Green Bay just came back and won. Pathetic.
Yeah, see, I'd ask Roberto, but he just doesn't watch sports, so it really doesn't matter. It would have to be something about, like, the time you thought you scored concert tickets, but you didn't.
Oh, but I do remember the trouble with the Snap game, that I was the guy that turned off the TV.
Where were you?
We were up north, and I thought it was over, let's go out to dinner. We shut off the TV, drove 4 minutes to the restaurant, and everything had changed.
What was it, just pandemonium?
I didn't believe the waitress at first. I said, no, that didn't happen. I just watched it.
Now, you don't like either school. You wish both schools would go away.
Well, I root for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Unbelievable.
And I want to point back to that Lions game real quick, because I just read this and I forgot about this angle of it. Lions came into the game with a 3-game winning streak, and they still had a chance to earn a playoff spot despite starting the season with a 1-7 record.
Yeah.
They had rallied, then they're up 20-0. You're thinking, hey, they got some hope to maybe somehow back into the playoffs here, and then it just gets ruined.
But that's what they do.
Yeah.
On a side, they're ratty. Like, they'll go 1-6, and they can't just finish being bad to get a great draft pick. They got to ruin it all, but still not get you what you want.
I want to give you one more quick example.
Sure.
And this is, you and I were in the
6 more
exact
inches.
same boat on this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the inverse premature celebration, I guess you'd call it.
What would that be? The extended clip?
Yeah, so what happened was, you and I, Mike, we were in Vegas. We were at a restaurant in Vegas, I won't say the name, and there was a group of about 7 of us, I think.
Yeah, I remember it.
5 of us, you and me included,
Absolutely.
left the TV to go sit down at dinner because our table was ready.
Correct.
2 guys stayed back, and then they run to the table. Oh my God, Jordan Poole just hit the shot for Michigan. They just beat Houston. They're advancing.
Yeah.
And we totally missed it because we thought the game was simply over.
Yeah. You're 100% right, but see, that wasn't celebration.
Well, right.
No.
It was for you because
What? Because Michigan was out of the tourney? I mean, great.
well, right, you had thought they were going to be
I
eliminated.
thought the game was over, but I'm not a Michigan fan. I guess, yeah, it counts. It counts. We went, well, this one's done. Let's move on. There's no way Kelvin Sampson won't guard the inbounder in it. Oh, wait, he did.
I think you actually somehow might have even been by mistake. You had Michigan in some sort of parlay that was going to hit, but then it screwed you even more.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. That's unfortunate.
But yeah, that even made it worse. That's another example. Sorry to bring that up.
Well, it happens. 248-539-9797. Let's get some of the people. But last night, the Raptors, they had Larry O'Brien out. They had the locker room roped off. They're getting the plastic wear out. And then I'll tell you one thing. Kyle Lowry launched himself into space. Kyle Lowry had 3 of the worst possessions you've ever seen. It was over. And even on the last play, I don't blame Kyle Lowry because I'm pretty sure Draymond got a finger on that shot. But sweet Jesus. I mean, Kyle Lowry's last 3 minutes were something to behold.
Oh, terrible. And DeMarcus Cousins tried his best to give the game to Toronto, too.
Yeah, it was a lot of mistakes were made.
See, I wonder if mine counts, people. I'm going to ask you all this.
6 more inches.
Mine is the 2006 Tigers. When they won the ALCS, to me, I celebrated because I felt we had won the World Series.
Because the Cardinals suck.
Yes.
They're like 83 and 79 or something.
I was celebrating. I was already getting plans. I'm like, okay, so this day we probably have a parade and we make sure I'm good to go. I was already prematurely celebrating the World Series championship, but it was an entire series left to have. Does that count?
Yeah.
I had my plans. I was ready to go to the parade.
But it's not an individual.
It isn't.
You know what's funny? Well, it's not funny. It's actually, I mean, it's such a crime that the Tigers didn't win the World Series.
Oh, it is.
But, like, you got dominated by Captain Flatbrim. You know who that is? Anthony freaking Reyes. Captain Flatbrim, as I used to call him. What kind of psychopath doesn't brim his hat? He looked like he had left a lid store at Oakland Mall.
Yes.
And never touched it.
He never touched it.
Captain Flatbrim. And then the other one I used to call Fernando Rodney Captain Crooked Hat. Like, again, what kind of psycho, David, what kind of guy wears his hat like this? How's that comfortable? It's ridiculous. Hey, look at me. Like, how are you out on a baseball field like this? Losing to that, and remember all the pitchers, they lost the ability to throw the ball to first base? 7,000 throwing errors. That was awful.
How about back in 2013 with the Tigers in Boston when they were up, 5-1? Joaquin Benoit, David Ortiz, grand slam, Torrey Hunter over the wall. And that was another one where you thought the Tigers were just,
all right.
They were guaranteed they were going to go.
Can I offer you something? All these years later, I think I've come around on a theory. I know it's not just how angry we were at the police officer who was celebrating as Torrey Hunter didn't catch the ball.
The bullpen cop, yeah.
Let me ask you this question. All these years later, have you come around on the conspiracy theory that if Torrey played it different, he could have caught that?
Yeah, would have been a hell of a catch.
I didn't say it'd be easy. Could he have played that ball a hell of a lot better?
Sure.
The problem is, by the time he played for the Tigers, he was 70 years old. I bet you if we go back and watch that video, Torrey Hunter's on a motorcycle just to get back to the wall.
Yeah, he would have caught that ball,
5 years earlier? Yeah. Oh, well, then the other, why are we doing Tiger Payne?
No, because that was a 5-1 game, and it wasn't that game 3. They would have gone up 3-0, or and then that game was 2-1.
Joaquin threw that changeup
To David Ortiz, and obviously that's the guy who's going through a lot right now.
We need to talk about that a little later. Because there's two different narratives happening. We got to have a conversation. There's the reports on the Dominican Republic, and then there's everybody out there going, we love you, we love you, we love you, and ignoring what the reports might be. Why can't it be both? Like, I don't care what mistakes you make in life. Nobody deserves to have a guy hop off a dirt bike and shoot you in the back while you're sipping a pina colada. No one deserves, very few people deserve that. Whether the reports are true about what David may or may not have been up to in his free time, you don't deserve to be shot. But holy mercy, is everyone just going to ignore what the reports are?
Be careful when you say David. It's not me. It's David Ortiz. I don't want people thinking it was me. Not me.
Well, I mean, there are some similarities potentially.
No, it's not. I did sleep with my neighbor's wife.
No, the reports are, and it's as salacious as it gets. And look, it's horrible. This is horrific. But the reports that this may allegedly could be caused. The story on the Dominican is he may or may not have been having an affair with a drug lord's wife, and the drug lord paid an off-duty cop to assassinate him. And yet you get these people that are out there who are like
sympathetic. It's a sympathy thing.
But you can be both, right?
Yeah.
I can look at this and go, bro, what were you thinking? Because when I read, I pick out keywords and put it together. When you read the sentence, drug lord, wife, affair, cop, assassination, you're like, holy mercy, what do you think, you're above the law? It's so scary. It's an incredible story, and it's playing out in real time, but you're seeing like people that are existing in La La Land, and then of course people who want the salacious details, and it's like no one's just talking about both. This is terrible. David Ortiz is a legend, but these reports, wow, David Ortiz was putting himself in an awful spot. Is it wrong to view it, just all of it?
It's not wrong. The problem is all that happens is people just go out there and act like he's a sympathetic figure and say how sorry they are for what he's going through.
Well, you can be sympathetic. But no one deserves to be shot. But
there's
you
only
can
one
also
side.
say, this dude, if these reports are true, man, you are being reckless as all hell.
Of course.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. That is a respected boss move by the Red Sox. You know what? We're going to send a plane for you. Obviously. Incredibly scary stuff. Holy hell, if that story's true, what are you doing, man? There's no easy transition from that. Hey, your vinyl windows took a beating this winter. They're warped, faded, impossible to open. Cost you a fortune on your energy bill. So what are you going to do? line up and just buy some more of them? No. This summer, get windows that you don't have to replace. Magic fiberglass ones. 8 times stronger than vinyl, 3 times more energy efficient. Guys, right now, you tell Magic, I sent you, get a house full of windows, $129 a month, 2 years, no interest. And again, you don't replace vinyl with more vinyl. It's stupid. Get fiberglass, get the guarantee they never have to be replaced again. $129 a month, 2 years, no interest. Book your free consultation at magicwindow.com. That's Magic with a J, window.com. Magic Window, built for you, built for life.
Looking to sell your house? Call Jeff Glover, the official realtor of the Detroit Tigers. Call 855-JEFF-SELLS or visit housesoldname.com.
The Mother Waddles mission has been helping the poorest of the poor for over 50 years. By donating your car, you can help Mother Waddles continue to help those in need. Mother Waddles will use your generous car donation to help a low-income family with transportation. Just think what a difference your car donation will mean to a needy family who has no car. Your car donation will truly change their life. So avoid the hassle of trying to sell your car and donate it to Mother Waddles. Plus, Mother Waddles takes any car, running or non-running. And remember, when you donate your car to Mother Waddles, you are helping Mother Waddles to feed a hungry person and provide shelter to those in need. So change a life today and call Mother Waddles at 313-WADDLES or simply donate your car online at motherwaddles.org. Mother Waddles, a name you can trust. Call 313-WADDLES. That's 313-WADDLES.
It's here. It's here. It's really here. Black Rock Bar and Grill's unbelievable new lunch menu is a game changer. From ahi tuna to steak fajitas or fish tacos, filet sliders are tender filet steaks seared to perfection. For lighter lunch portions, try the strawberry and apple field salad or the Oriental salad from now on. When you think lunch, you need to think Black Rock. Don't forget Sunday is Father's Day, June 16th. Dad does a lot for you all year round. Do something great for him. Order Dad the volcano dessert with the sparkler. Black Rock Bar and Grill, Michigan's hottest steakhouse.
The Radio.com app is the best way to hear your favorite radio stations from across the country. The best music, breaking news, podcasts, they all live here. But did you know we have a Radio.com newsletter? Sign up today and get updates on new stations, exclusive content, new app features, product launches, national contests, local shows, and more from Radio.com. Go to Radio.com/newsletter and start getting your updates today.
At Indeed, we understand that when it comes to hiring, it's important to have a large talent pool to choose from. But sometimes too many good options can be overwhelming. That's why Indeed doesn't just give you access to a large pool of job seekers. We also offer screener tools that let you instantly narrow down your search. Hone in on hiring with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Thursday, 5 till 9, 97.1 The Ticket Street Team and the Ford Technology Tour head to Pat Milliken Ford on Telegraph in Redford Township. Learn about the latest technology offered by Ford. You could win a $5,000 American Express gift card. Details at 971theticket.com. Got something to say? Text 971 The Ticket now at 97136. Ticket text brought to you by LaFontaine Cadillac Buick GMC of Highland. Home of the Family Deal. Find over 5,000 new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs daily at FamilyDeal.com. The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the Radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Celebration. And don't forget 345 top 12. Your wager thrive with a $sign. The top 25 paid college coaches, and I gotta go overpaid or underpaid. No one's appropriately paid. That's big time. Let's get to Spencer. 97.1. What's up, Spencer?
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
I'm good. Welcome aboard.
Well, that Big Poppy possible joke going to fair kind of threw me off, but
those are just the reports, and again, it's awful what happened, but in the same sense, I'm a human being. I go, bro, you are flying close to the sun if that's true. Holy hell.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't give himself much leeway there, especially walking around with all that ice on you. You're a big target to see. But my first premature celebration was a couple years ago when I was up at MSU still. I was playing flag football, and I was the center, so you don't get many opportunities to score when you're the center. You go out for a couple flat routes, but I hit a nice post, wide open, caught it with about 20 yards. And the worst part about that, other than their stupid hand checking rules and no touching policy, is that they have no separation between the pylons for the end zone and regular pylons marked every 20 yards. And so I thought I had already scored for the team, was excited, turned around, dropped the ball, looked at my teammates, and they were all yelling at me to keep running.
Oh, Jesus. That's literal premature celebration.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Firsthand.
In-game, firsthand. Yeah, I mean, it's not a fan reaction, but yeah. That's bad. And he's a center. He never gets the spot. That's just he blew the layup there. Let's go over to Jerry, 97.1. What's up, Jerry?
Hey, what's going on, Mike? How are you?
I'm good, pal. What's on your mind?
Hey, yeah, kind of two. I'm a Vikings fan, so 98, and then obviously 2009. Gary Anderson missed his only field goal of the season in the NFC Championship game.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that ball was centered between the uprights.
Everything was perfect.
Yeah, everything was set up, hadn't missed a kick all year, and it was indoors.
Yeah, there was no excuse for it. It was devastating. And then, of course, 09, when Favre, in field goal range, decides to do what Favre does.
Throw across his body. Mm-hmm.
And threw that interception. But no excuses. The Vikings had possessions in both OTs. They couldn't get it done. But those are both, they were surefire wins.
You know what's funny about Brett Favre, when you really look at that? Everyone talks about how great Brett Favre is, and he was great. But think about not one, but two brutal, unforgivable Super Bowl costing interceptions in his career.
I do it all the time, and I kind of feel like we deserve it.
He did it in 07 against the Giants at Lambeau. He threw a ball short flat that he had no business throwing that Corey Webster picked off. Giants go to the Super Bowl. Right. Giants go to the Super Bowl. He decided, wait, let me do better. 2 years later, he does it again.
I was so devastated. I was like, it's the most indescribable, and I don't know, hours and hours. I didn't even want to go to work the next day. I was just so pissed off.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're angling at with what the Raptors experienced last night with the Larry O'Brien trophy around that locker room and tarping it off. Now, this one is interesting. I'm going to go to Scott. I want to hear this. Scott, premature celebration.
What's shaking, Mikey?
A lot. I mean, between the Big Poppy stuff, who to blame with KD, and them having to put the Larry O'Brien trophy on mothballs again, a lot.
So I think it's a chance that I'm a Chiefs fan, right? And I want to talk about this AFC Championship game this year. Watching the game with the family, and that last drive, Grayson has the pitch, right?
Yep.
My 3-year-old son up off the ground. I'm doing the neon high step around my living room. Right? We're screaming, we're hooting and hollering. And then my wife says, there's a flag. And I look over at the screen. I didn't realize that at the time, right? The D4 offside. Holy thing, like, talk about a turnaround. Everything just deflated.
You're going to the Super Bowl, but wait, you're not.
Oh my God! Absolutely, that was a moment that I'll never forget that moment. And then you just knew what was coming. 7 and 12,
yes,
9, 30, whatever. The man just killed us. It was done.
It was an opportunity. And again, D4 didn't jump off sides. He lined up offside. That is. Scott, I was with you. I was the biggest Chiefs fan on the planet. I wanted them in the Super Bowl. I can't stand Brady anymore. I'm just done with the storyline. You've got enough. You've got a supermodel wife and $1 billion and more rings than fingers. Just go away. Yes. Amen. I was with you. You're right. I mean, you sat there and watched it, and you go, wow, the Chiefs are going to Super Bowl. Boy, what's that flag? Oh, no. Yeah, Scotty, that's a good one, Mike. That's an out-of-the-woodwork, low-key, good one.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, I think everyone has kind of some example where you celebrated prematurely.
Let's go to Desmond Howard on line 4.
Trouble with the snap, of course. The infamous picture.
But the stories surrounding that, where people, Roberto turning the game off to go to dinner, I'm just proud he was watching the game. 248-539-9797. Ticket text coming in. I did the same thing with the 2012 World Series as Hatchet in 06. I already counted it as a dub. Tigers, Red Sox. 2013 ALCS Game 2 before Big Papi's home run. I don't have anything against either team, but for some reason, I've loved watching the fan bases of the Blues and Raptors having their dreams crushed this way. Right. It's probably because you live in Detroit, and all our teams are reprehensible and terrible, and we have no joy. So the only way for us to get joy is to watch others miserable. When Derek Zoolander thought he won Male Model of the Year. Zoolander is such an awful movie that it's good. We're going to do a walk-off, old school rules. And it's such an awful movie, but it's good. Losing a bid on Kenny G vinyl at the last second, I thought for sure I'd won it. Signed, Roberto. Stop talking 2013 Tigers, you're killing me. They damn near no-hit the Red Sox in 3 straight and lost twice. Great, now I'm angry. I apologize. Don't know how that happened. It won't happen again. Your call's next. 97.1.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. There's a disabled vehicle blocking the right lane on Southfield Freeway northbound at Joy Road. You're going to find backups right around Michigan Avenue. And there's also an accident blocking the left lane, 96 Jeffries eastbound express lane 34, Grand River Schaefer. Traffic is backed up from M39. With all the flooding in Allen Park and downriver, Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing wants to help you with the cleanup. Get up to 30% off the select model replacement water tank or furnace. Visit mastercraftheating.com. I'm Michelle Pena in the WWJ 24-hour traffic center.